Hey, so it's been a long time. Uh, and there have been things that have happened. Um, and this is gonna be a sad one, so if you don't feel like being sad, go ahead and just skip this. This is sort of for me a vent, try to get back into this, so just let me do my thing. Um, First thing to note, I guess, would be that I don't know, trying to, cause I keep making recordings and I keep not posting it. So, in case I haven't posted it, cause I don't think I did. Alex broke up with me. I just I messed up. It was my friend's birthday, and I grabbed her ass to be funny, cause I was always pervy in high school, and it was funny then, but it wasn't appreciated as such. Uh, that's the wrong word. It wasn't taken as humorous. It was offensive. Um, and so I apologized for it, and I'm like, okay, don't do that again. But she continued to make a problem of it, and I hadn't told Alex because I thought it was just done. But I should have told her. And so the friend tells her, and Alex isn't a fan of that. And she and I had been having problems beforehand because me trying to figure out how to be an adult, and she going into that same stage and dealing with college and stress and all that. She decided that she'd had enough. And so she broke up with me. And it's not her fault. I can't blame her. It's my fault. I I should have been better. I'm I'm not good enough. That's that's just something I've learned. I'm not good enough. Simple as that. So there's that. Uh, how long has it been? 2 weeks now. Um, it's been a little over 2 weeks since my cat died. My cat Gabe. He'd been leading up to a couple Mondays ago. He he his one of his feet had gotten swollen, so he was kind of limping around. Got to a point where he wasn't moving around so much. Pretty much, if he needed to go to the bathroom, he'd go wherever he was and just kind of end up sitting in it. And we did the best that we could for him, try and make him as comfortable as possible. Uh, and then it was one Sunday night. He was just really bad off. And my dad, who was really close to that cat, spent a lot of time with him. And, we were trying to stay as long as we could. It got to be like 1 in the morning, I think. And my dad's just like, well, at this point, the most we could do is stay up all night with him, or, you know. They decided to get some rest. We were going to take him to the vet in the morning and see if anything could be done for him. But we kind of figured the worst. Max was asleep on the couch. My folks went out to the suite. Given the situation, I couldn't stand to sleep in my own bed. So I laid out next to him. I brought out a pillow, covered myself with a blanket, and just kind of cuddled him. Well, he was on the bed that we'd got for the animals. And at some point in the middle of the night, like around 3, I think, I woke up and he had moved himself to lay across my chest. Because he sometimes does that. He, he, he sometimes did that. And I needed it. Someone to cuddle me, to lay across my chest and cuddle me like that. And just feel the warmth and the weight and the contact. And his poor cat, who couldn't really move in the middle of the night, unless time, came over to cuddle on my chest. And after a little bit, I moved him back onto the bed. And it was great because I had my hand under him, but I could feel his heartbeat. So instead of having to try to gently feel if he was breathing or not, because I didn't want to hamper his breathing, I could feel his heartbeat instead, which made it a lot easier to tell that he was still around. So I called with him. About 7, my folks came in, and everyone got ready, and we all went to the vet. And they told us pretty much what we thought, that, it could prolong his life, but we'd be prolonging his suffering. So it'd be better to do the humane euthanization, something. I don't know. I forget the exact terms, but he was euthanized. And just sometimes the situation is really sad, and you know it's really sad, and it's just made so much more sad by how other people react to it. How is my dad's cat? He loved that cat so much. And my dad just broke. My dad doesn't show all that much emotion, and he was bawling. You see, he was like falling asleep for him. Or at least that's what it seemed like. That's how it was explained. But I've already been over this with my great-grandfather, that they don't look like they've fallen asleep once they're gone. They look like someone else, like something else. A shell of who they were. The vessel for their soul. And we buried in the backyard. My brother dug up the hole. We found a nice flowery box to put him in, and we laid him down, cover up. We had some leftover granite from our countertops when we did renovations, so we put a nice looking slab of that on it, and it looks nice. We may have to move it later when we do put a garden back there, but I like the rectangular slab of granite. It looks nice. He deserves to have something nice. The last couple weekends, Thomas Nelson put on the show Man of La Mancha, and I was in it. It was great. It was tons of fun. Wonderful cast, and one of the great things is that whenever we weren't specifically one of the characters in, it's a play within a play, so whenever we weren't one of the characters in the internal play, we were one of the prisoners as part of the encompassing play. So pretty much you were either in the action or watching the action. We got to play both actor and audience. It was fun. I am dating somebody else. I was asked out by a nice girl in the cast, Eliza, and she's great. She likes a lot of the shows and the games that I do. She likes playing games. She gets a lot of the references I make, and I'm actually like the first guy that she's dated. So that's a huge honor and a lot of pressure. And she wants to take things slow, and I respect that. I want to take things slow, but I don't know, I'm kind of pushing things a little faster than she is, and I'm trying to back myself off and slow down and everything. It's just getting out of the relationship that I got out of. There's just, I don't know, there's just certain things that I'm used to. Certain things that I wish I had. So, I'm trying to slow down for her sake and for mine, because I shouldn't be rushing into it. So, yeah, she's a nice girl. It's great. I've told her I love her, but I don't think I mean it. Not quite yet, at least. So I'm gonna not say it so much. I think it's more just like that sort of moment, because it feels natural to say, at least in that moment. But then I realize that it was just because the moment, just because, again, of what I'm used to. So I need to stop saying it, because I don't want to say it if I don't mean it, and I don't think I mean it yet. Yet being the operative word. I hope. So, yeah. Alex broke up with me, cat died, dating a new girl, Man of La Mancha, Christmas Town starts, tomorrow, actually. I have the day off, though, so, nice. But I do work Saturday and Sunday. I am a character host for Frosty, and sometimes I'll be a sub, so sometimes I might be dressing up as Frosty. Character host, you're basically the bouncer, sort of, for them. You make sure that the guests aren't like kids with dirty hands. They get their hands cleaned up, or they don't take popsicles and food near them, so it's not messing up the costume. Making sure people don't harass Frosty, taking care of the person dressing up as Frosty, like if they're having a costume issue or if they're getting a little too hot in there. So just kind of taking care of the character host is just pretty much taking care of the character. So it's, yeah. And you get a nice outfit. It's pretty comfy. It's all white, so yeah. And get some nice shoes. Some kicks. I don't know what shoes are called. I could care less. Chucks? Chucks. I think they're Chucks. Maybe. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm gonna be trying to do YouTube regularly. It's hard to get back into, and a bunch of people say that, and I've said it, but yeah, I'm trying to get back into that. You might be noticing I've got a new headset. This was something I got for my Xbox One. Unfortunately, if there's a way for me to be able to use the microphone with this, I don't know how. I know it does work for the Xbox, even though I haven't done stuff live. I've just seen the little icon for when it catches my voice and such. But, yeah, I have my little setup there. So I've got the TV, which is hooked up to the DVD VHS player for watching stuff, mainly for when I've been binging Walking Dead. I've got the monitor, which is hooked up to the, that's what the Xbox One is hooked up to. It doesn't have HDMI, but I got an HDMI to DVI converter, so that's how that setup works. And I've finally gotten some of this stuff organized. My room got really messy recently. My bed is kind of a mess. I need to organize that a little bit. And there's still other things in my room I need to tidy up and organize. But yeah, that's where this headset came from. It was so that I could do stuff with my game. I played I finally got to play Halo 4 and Halo 5, so now I'm caught up with the story. And Halo 5, the way it was left, leaves it open for a Halo 6, and I'm excited about that. Curious as to how that goes, but I'm not gonna give any spoilers. There's just there's something that happens that I kind of saw it coming through a lot of the story, but it still was like a thing that got to me a little bit for different blah. Anyway, no spoilers, but definitely check it out. I also got to play Black Ops 3, which was pretty alright. There were some things in there that, again, just like my family has a habit of picking up on plot stuff. But anyway, it's pretty great. I love some of the moving mechanics. The little thruster boost that you get running on walls. It's pretty cool. And the zombies thing is interesting. I haven't played much of it, but I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll play more. Start to get the hang of it, or have Min come over and play with him. I might try to see about getting us something to record gameplay with, because that'd be awesome. I could do it from there. But yeah. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be trying to do this more regularly. I'm gonna be trying to do the Bible Babble stuff regularly as well. I feel like it'd help. It'd be therapeutic for me. It'd be a nice release, like I'm actually talking to somebody instead of just being stuck in my room all day, or working. And I'm gonna try to get things set up as far as being able to record games and such. Really, what I would want is to be able to get a desktop, but that's been something I haven't really been working on. And I really need to work towards that, but I've got car payment stuff that I need to do. I got $2,000 worth of repairs, though I might just stick with a fender, and then everything else is kind of just like a can deal. Like, the other stuff is just like minor dent stuff. It's not really that bad. The fender makes it so that you can't open the door on the Echo. So, yeah. So I might try to get that fixed, and that wouldn't be too much. But I really need to get myself the desktop, because that would just make things more easier and happier. But for now, I'm going to try to deal with Screen Virtua Pro, and deal with whatever workarounds I have to with that. I'm also going to be trying with some of the games that I do, just with how things are. I want to do more of like the 8-bit games. I don't even know if I'm whatever. But like Ebe, more games like that, because I liked the feedback I got from that, and I liked playing that kind of a game. So playing games like that with that kind of a story and such, maybe more upbeat depending upon the thing. I don't know. So yeah, be doing that. That's everything I really have to say at this point. Anything else I can say, I think, is just rambling. Thanks for bearing with me if you decide to actually stick around and watch this in spite of my little sadness warning. Sorry for crying on you. You go ahead and like and favorite if you enjoyed it that much. Subscribe to become a VIP today. Those of you who are subscribed to me and you do watch my content, thank you. I really appreciate it. You really are VIPs to me. And have a happy Thanksgiving.